This story out of Pennsylvania is horrifying, and it was all caught on camera. It all went down in North Braddock, a suburb of Pittsburgh, this past Sunday, as Pastor Glenn Germany of Jesus' Dwelling Place Church was delivering his Sunday sermon. Pastor Glenn, a man dedicated to sharing messages of hope and miracles, was in the middle of speaking when an unthinkable incident unfolded, captured live on camera for the congregation to witness, including his own 14-year-old daughter. Just after 26-year-old Bernard Jr. Polite walked into the church and, in a shocking turn of events, pointed a gun directly at the pastor while he was preaching. The pastor watched helplessly as Polite pulled the trigger. The terrifying moment didn't end there. A courageous church deacon, 63-year-old Clarence McAllister, tackled Polite, preventing further attempts to harm anyone. Together with other brave congregants, they disarmed and subdued the assailant until law enforcement arrived. The pastor, who was preaching about miracles, now believes God performed a miracle for him. By some divine intervention, the gun jammed. He heard it click, but it didn't fire.
He came right here where I'm sitting at, and that's where he just pulled the gun out. It wasn't no time to react. It was like, this is not happening, because he pointed it right at me, and I just see it. I'm looking right down the barrel of a gun. I'm so grateful. He shot. You can hear the gun click. He shot, and he came towards me.
But the story takes an even darker turn. Later that evening, police discovered the body of 56-year-old Derek Polite, a relative of the shooter, fatally shot at the residence where the shooter lived. The connection between the church incident and the homicide at the home remains under investigation, with mystery still surrounding the motives behind both these chilling acts. We don't know exactly what motivated the shooter. The pastor says he had never seen him before, but these events starkly illustrate the devastating impact of gun violence in our communities. The United States has more guns than people, and incidents like these are a grim reminder of the consequences. The shooter was ultimately arrested and held without bail. He's due back in court this week.
Man, that was crazy. Just imagine if this guy, would have did what he did to that pastor. Oh my God, that would have been so bad. And he seemed like a good guy. I don't know this pastor because we know him. We heard stories about pastor, but he seemed like a good guy. And God had his shield and them angels was protecting him, so he won't have to, And this guy who pulled the gun on the pastor, and the pastor say he don't even know him. I don't know if he know him. Maybe he assumed he knows the pastor, but I do know brother needs to get some help mentally, because he just casually pointed a gun, walked in. Y'all saw what he did. Just acted normal, like it's supposed to be something you just normally do, when it's not. So man, thank God for protecting this man, because there's some people out here who love him, and they would have been all messed up if he, would not be here today to talk about what happened.
This story is horrifying. It all went down here at Ohio State's famed football stadium on Sunday afternoon at Ohio State's graduation ceremony. At about 12:30, as graduates were entering the stadium, the unthinkable happened. That's when authorities say a person fell from the stadium, plummeting to their death. Police and first responders quietly roped off the area, as many inside the stadium didn't even know someone died. The graduation then went on as planned. Authorities have yet to release any information about the person who died. We don't know if that person was a student or an attendee. Also, the Daily Mail reports that many are saying this wasn't a fall, but a jump. One comment on social media wrote, "News and campus keep saying fell. Witnesses say jumped. There was no yelling, no scream, they jumped." Another commenter bashed the school for trying to downplay the incident. For their part, Ohio State has made counselors available for anybody who might be shaken up by this incident. Ohio State is one of the largest universities in the country by enrollment, and some 16,000 degrees were handed out in 2021 alone. It's unclear how many people were at Sunday's graduation ceremony. Our thoughts are with the friends and family of the deceased. Rest in peace.
Man, that's messed up. But my condolences goes out to that young man's family, just because who knows what really happened besides the people that was right there that seen what happened. They said he jumped. Maybe mental health played in a factor. The pressure of maybe he didn't graduate or whatever, we don't know. Maybe he fell. But usually when somebody fall, you're going to hear some kind of grunt, some kind of something, because they wasn't expecting that to happen. Now, I don't know any of them people that was there. I don't even know the guy that we seen rest in peace to, because nobody deserves to die, definitely that young. And it's just crazy that the school, if they tried to downplay it, hopefully they didn't try to downplay it, but they actually do investigate it and get info of what really happened, so they know, if this was an accident or if he really tried to do this, because mental health is so real, and they need to start promoting mental health to let people know if you're going through something, you stressed out, all that type stuff, it's help out there, because somebody love you, care about you, and now they broken because a loved one isn't here.